Jens, welcome. Saw you were in the chat already for some time. Is my mic okay? Hello, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is the mic okay? Hey, Tuga! Welcome. Welcome, guys, to the first solo stream. Nice, very nice. Okay, well, Wakushi wasn't streaming tonight, so I thought, like, okay, let's do it. Tuga was a bit earlier today, and it was cool to see. And I thought, well, I can do that also. So I also want to give you guys a small sneak peek on the new connectors that I'm working on. So yeah, is there if there's anything that you would like to see, or if you want me to go show something further on it, let me know in the chat, and let's start. Need to change my setup a little bit for you guys. And of course, today's beauty. That's the girlfriend, Tuga, and that's how you get them away. So, our beloved Campanor des Vages, sitting on her brood pile. Since I made the video, she has already gained 2 more workers, and yeah, she is doing really great. So I'm gonna pull her forward a bit, and we're gonna start the feeding. Let's keep the heat cable a bit centered on the brood. Thanks, Tuga. Can you make a nice sentence? I'll try to put it in the top. If there's any questions about any of the colonies, type it in chat. I'll try to respond as much as I can. And else Tuga can help. So guys, for the vote for tonight, are we going for Aesthetic and Sugar Water? And Ink Mania Sugar Water? Wakushi Sugar Water? think there's a big vote for Wakushi. They're getting a dubia and a mealworm. Let's get you guys in there. Ah, thank Pedros. So, there's some sugar water. The difference, what I see, is that Wakushi has it a bit thicker. Also, if you want to put it into a feeder, you have to put it 1 to 3 with water. The species is Campeonatus vagus. I put an extended video about it on my YouTube channel today. This queen is called Beasley, and she's named after my first subscriber. Thicker is better. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. The good thing about thicker is that they don't drown in it, especially for the smaller species. That's good. Well, they are liking the sugar already. I need to find a white rock with a divot in it. While you are looking at that, I'm gonna get the next colony out. Do I have plans for any new species? Yes. I was supposed to get some Carabera diversa this week, but the supplier was not happy with the batch that he got, and he said, I'm not going to give you any bad ants, so I have to wait till after AntCon for that. And I am looking at a certain Australian lady to maybe make a purchase there. And what it exactly is going to be, I'm gonna leave that in the middle for a bit. By the way, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. You can go to thecraftingant.com if you want to join our Discord server. No, I have harps, and we are going to look at them in a few minutes. I actually got them last week, and I decided to put them in a Wakushi nest. So, I had a big colony of tetras, which are also featured in one of the videos. And this is actually one queen that was left behind in a maze, and I decided to split her off. And these are going to be the testers of my new nests. I like ants. My head is hurting so bad. What's up with that, dude? Well, nether ants, contact me on on Discord and we can see what we do. Maybe I'm interested. I wasn't sure if this queen was going to be active, but apparently she is, because there is already a brood. I'm not sure. There we go. It's a bit hard to get them in the spot that I want. Okay. Well, I also gave them some a mealworm, some sugar water. But they are not going for it yet. So I'm going to turn you back to Beasley and get my next colony. These are my newest arrivals. I have to get this camera work a bit better. That's correct. My new Manica rubida. A queen, 11 workers, and as you can see, a nice pile of brood. Well, guys, I just spilled a lot of sugar water. No, these ones I just got in. There we go. Hey, Oak. If there's any questions, go for it. Why is the focus gone? Did your ants always ever sting you? No, not yet, but the Manica rubida is the first actual stinging species that I have. So that's gonna happen at some point, I guess. Of course, I like ants. It's you don't have to stay if your head is hurting. You can always watch it back if you want, and everybody's free to do what they want. So, on to the next colony that I didn't check on for a few days. And I just saw something very cool, and that is that our Ligniperda has 3 workers. And there's still a ton of brood. What is your favorite Camponotus? How would you rate Camponotus? Well, at the moment I'm keeping Camponotus ligniperda, Vargus, Nicobarensis, Curentatus, and Lateralis. I really like the black color of the Vargus, and they are growing way faster than I thought. The Curentatus that I have are not getting past the egg state. So I think Ligniperda is on 3rd. I really like the Lateralis, but that's also because of the story of for my channel. Hey, Bas. So, any requests on what you want to see next? No, I haven't shown the Mrs. Barbarous yet. I just grabbed another colony off the shelf. Let me turn you around for a sec. This is our very, very active Lazius Niger setup. And they are really giving me a hard time feeding them. So that's good. That's a challenge. The second Ligniperda does not have any workers yet. We can check up on her in a bit. Just preparing some food for the Lazius. Let's see. None on the lid at the moment. They really made a mess of their outworld. They stored a lot of their stuff in the tube, and then brought everything out all at once. As you can see, the water is not very happy with that. There is a ton of brood in there. No, the harp setup is not. You're still on time. Okay, gotta make some more space. So I'm turning you back to Beasley. I'll put you on our angle, which YouTube does not like. And now, of course, my stand came loose. Yes, there we go. Can anybody tell me what is the largest species of Camponotus? Okay, guys. Request for the harps. I'm really destroying my stand here. Trying to get you the best angle possible. With that, look in the bottom there. All live streams are captured in an upright position. There you go. As you can see, there is still a red runner in there. I think it is August Colinos. See the amount of brood in the bottom? I'm really happy with this. Need to hydrate the nest a bit. And I'm going to see if they are interested in a cricket. Okay, guys. The cricket fell out of the clamp. She is in the water tube. And apparently the harp is not interested because she walked right past it. So I am not going to force them. There we go. For everybody who didn't do already, you can go to thecraftingant.com. All the socials are there. You can find us on Discord. It's too bad about the condensation, but there's not much I can do about it at this moment. I'll put a heat cable on it and then we can check them out in a bit. Okay. Next nest. What do you think it is? There were a few clues there already. Yes. And which one do you think? How's the sound doing? I had earplugs in, but the battery died. Yes, Mr. Barbarous. And I was having some trouble with them. But this colony is actually doing very well. So I am going to prepare some more seeds for them. Because, well, they ate a lot of seeds already. So that's good. For the people who don't know, Mesobarbers they eat seeds. They don't need sugar water. It's actually bad to give them that. They do eat normal protein, so I am going to give them another worm. Oh, nice fat one. Well, Mesobarber are also known that they don't like vibrations a lot. So I'm going to move you back to Beasley real quick so that I can get the next colony for you. The sound still okay? These guys also need an upgrade. This is our 2-queen Lasius flavus colony, and they are really digging into the cotton. As you can see, you can see the head of one queen just sticking out from under the cotton. There's tons of brood there, but there is going to be a moment where they get too far into the cotton and there might be a flooding. So I need to give them an extra tube so that they are able to move if they want to. And of course when they have to. Lasius flavus are very shy. They don't run out much into the outworld or into the feeding area. But of course, when you want to give them some new food, there's one right on the tray. So let's do some cleaning real quick. Get out of here. No, don't climb out of there. Get out of here. She went straight for it. Did you see it? So now you can see that both queens are hiding inside the cotton. Okay. Gonna give you another try at the harpies. They are really enjoying their red runner. Look at that brood. So many eggs there. Okay. Next one. One of the channel's favorites. Sadly, they are going to need a new setup. These are our Temnophorax nilandri. As you can see, there's a ton of brood. They used to live in this acorn. They moved out to a twig in the outworld, but there was some fungi on it. So they moved back in the tube, and I now cleaned out the outworld, and I'm going to make something else in there. Not sure what yet. But they are going to get something special. This was named by one of our followers. The whole colony is called the dangleberries. And I was afraid we had a big die off, but they managed to pull through. And as you can see, they are doing just fine. Funny thing about the nilandri, always when you take out the food, there are still some in the tray somewhere. Now they put one dead worker there. This time it seems to be going okay. As you can see, there is one very sharp and one isn't. She's already running around on the lid. I was told that they are supposed to be quite gentle and holding back, but mine are actually pretty active. I'm gonna show you my second colony, because yes, I bought a second colony. I was a bit in a rush to get them out of the tube, to give them a setup, but I never had the size tube before, so I didn't have anything that fit. So this is my only tubs and tube setup. It's another colony of Temnophorax nilandri. But it's very hard to get a good angle on them. Setup idea, like me, it's so nice to see them. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean by that. Can you guys see them? No. Okay, this is a bit. The tube is very dirty, so I am going to move you back to Beasley real quick. What makes the difference for Camponotus vagus that a lot of people don't know is if you can see up there on her abdomen, she has silver hairs. I don't have my micro lens on it right now, but you can see them right there. Okay, I am going to take a small break, and of course I'm going to take you with me. Welcome back. So I want to show you guys something. Of course, I've been talking about the new setup. It's really at the beginning stages, because first I need to find a connector that I'm happy with. And I like the old setup, but it wasn't enough for me because sometimes it would get really stuck and sometimes it would open up real nice, but then it would be too nice. So if you pick up the nest at the wrong piece, everything would slide off. So I made a new design, which I'm also not happy with. As you can see, it's pretty hard to see maybe. There is, I'll show the other piece, it's maybe better. You can see that there is the shape of a screw in there. So it actually slides in there. So this piece would be the nest or the feeding area. This would be a connector. The connector will slide in, and then you put a bolt in there, and that will keep it in place. The only problem that I had, which you might see there, is that there is a slit in between, and how if you tighten up the bolt too much, it will open up, and by the looks of it, like Temla 4X could get through. So yes, the idea is good, but it's not working in the way it should yet. I'm working on a solution for that, so that's going to be the next step. And that's normally how I design my things. I start at the biggest problem, and the biggest problem for me at this point was connectors. So that's how we are changing things. Okay, let's take you on a small walk. So currently we have, hello Toby. We have some more setups now. We're gonna feed these ones now in a few seconds. This is our other tetras, but they actually have their own outgrowth. And then here we have our lateralis camponotus, or camponotus lateralis, and here are our nicos, which you also still have to feed. And then we have a couple more there, but the thing about those is that they are mostly queens and some more lasias. So if you want to see more lasias, we can. but the queens I don't want to disturb too much. So let me grab the tetras. The tetras are, together with the Lasias, our test crew. At the moment, this is a 4-queen colony, because one of the queens got split off after the maze video, and they are pumping out brood. But of course, that's what they are known for. So this connects to a feeding area, and then it continues to our outworld, which they love digging in. I think for them I'm going with Adulia. Itsuga, when are you going to set up your outworld? The last piece of it is on its way to Switzerland. The tetras are really escape artists. After I put them in the outworld, I put a barrier, and within several minutes they were already past the barrier. Straight for the sugar water. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. Time for the next friends. I always hope they will, because everybody is saying that. Campanulus nicobarensis, they are always active, they're always everywhere, except mine. And that's not that there aren't any in there. Ah, the queen is right on top. Look at those colors. I I bought them with around 20 workers, but I would say that we're at about a 50 now. And if you look around, there are 2 majors already in there. I don't see them at the moment. There's a bit of condensation there. I am going to get some water. Haven't hydrated the nest yet. So this is a mesh nest I made. So there's a cotton ball under it, which you can put water on the side. It runs under there onto the cotton ball, and then through the mesh the water goes up. Something very important about that, this is for the humidity inside the nest. They are not drinking from it. That's something that some people get confused with. Watch out. Your ants need extra water from somewhere. Okay, in preparation for the next one, we are putting it back to Beasley. Hey, I like ants. Are you okay, my man? So, one of the biggest setups I have at the moment. Camponotus lateralis. They are still using this first generation mesh nest as a satellite nest. But if you look closely, you can see that the queen is not in here. Sometimes I do see brood in here. So that is actually a funny thing. So we move through the feeding area towards the drinking rock, where you can see that they are already happily awaiting some more sugar. One of the workers was drowning in there when I used the aesthetic ants sugar water, and their solution was put sand in it, and then it could climb out. Oh, and there we go. I hope that worker can get out of there. That was a bit quick. They are also a bit reddish, like the Ligniperda, but if they get a bit bigger, because they are polymorphic, you can see gray lines on their abdomen. It's not really visible on these ones, but it is visible on the bigger one over there. You can see that there's gray lines over their abdomen.
You can also see that they're polymorphic. The really nice thing about this colony is that they are currently housing inside this piece of wood, and they dug a tunnel from there all the way to here. And that is their second exit.
While you are looking at them, I'm going to get them some food. They are getting a cricket. It's a small cricket, so they are also going to get a red runner. Because why not? They are one of the biggest colonies I have at the moment.
Hey, Ed. Well, you have missed a bit, but if you have any requests, I'm sure we can figure something out. Can you guys see them wiggling there in the wood? They are actually still excavating. Yeah, it's Friday night. You should be out drinking with your mates.
Corn, freak on a leash.
I'm not gonna do Are You Ready? Tuga. I wouldn't be surprised if Oliver came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it is possible.
I told him about the stream, but he's probably busy at the moment. Also, something funny. I'm not sure what they are doing, but they have partially blocked the entrance to the outworld. But they are still using it.
So, you guys have any more requests?
I need to get one of my special feeding trays because we still have to do the last year's Niger inside the Tic Tac box.
Oh, you're at the right time then, Bas.
Gotta check real quick.
There's none of them climbing the barrier because I opened the lid for you guys, and there is no protection. There's protection on the lid, or prevention, sorry, but there is none on the
box itself. to get a better view. Okay. Well, boss, quick tour. That is their newest entrance. This is where they were digging in the video. They went all the way through. And some of them are still living inside the selenite nest, which was the original mesh nest. But now, let's move to the next colony. Inside the Tic Tac box, I need to make some space to give you guys a better view. But as you can see, well, doesn't need very much explaining. Lasius niger is just always growing in every condition you put them in. I'm going to move them a bit up so I can show you actually how I feed them. So I just prepare an extra dish, and then I look at the mesh if there is any ants, because they like to sit against the mesh, and if they're not, you just switch it out real quick, and that's it. Yep. So there's a small hole in the side where I can put the syringe in. And you just fill it up. You can actually see the water seep through. And when it reaches the point, so the round bit at the end, it's wet enough. How do they get air? Inside the feeder, there's a mesh nest, or there's a mesh piece. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. So they are actually getting air through the feeder. So if you have a 3D printer, go to Thingiverse, and you can download it there for free. There was a guy that actually made an add-on to it. He added a cover. So yeah, it is useful, yes. But you have to water it every 2 days. So it does not beat a test tube. It's a nice idea. It looks funny. It works as a nest, but it's not a solution to a test tube. Are there any requests? Let's switch you around again. Do you have any requests? Because I am actually completing the circle for now. So if you have anything that you want to see right now, you can tell me. I can get some extra footage for you. Or are there any questions also around 3D printing or something like that? Because, well, where the ants stop, the 3D printing begins. At the moment, there's nothing printing because it doesn't make some noise. So yes. Are you ever going to sell your 3D prints? Yes, I would like to, but only if I am happy with the product. And at this moment, I am not happy enough to sell, and that's because of what I said earlier. The connections work, but sometimes they're too tight and sometimes they're too loose. If they are too tight, you cannot get them apart and you stress the colony. If they are too loose, you lift up one side of the setup and you lose the other half. So at this moment, I am not selling because I am not happy with the nests. That is also the reason why I bought a nest from Wakushi for my harpies. If you decide to buy something from Wakushi, if you use Crafting Ant at checkout, you get 10% discount. And since today we also have a code from Aesthetic Ants. If you use the Crafting Ant 10, you can get 10% off Aesthetic Ants. And this nest that we are looking at now are the Camponotus vagus, and this is an Aesthetic Ants colony. And they are just so happy. It's one of the biggest European species. I normally feed them 2 times a week. But my harpies sometimes a bit more. And it also depends on the colony. If you see that the food is gone real quick, then I might add some later. But normally it's 2 times a week. For people that are new, don't forget to like and subscribe. Join us on Discord. You can go to thecraftingant.com. The Discord is there, Instagram. Okay. Well, I've completed my my round. So I'm gonna leave it at this for now. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got a new video out today about Beasley. Well, Annie Myers, I hate bugs, but ants are so interesting. Yes, they are. Go check the channel. There's a lot of footage. Also, don't forget to check out Tuga Ants. He also has a really nice channel, does lives and everything. So don't forget to look at his channel also. And thank you for watching. And there will be a next video next Friday. Bye, guys.